everyone. In this video, I'm going to demonstrate another way to modify or progress a lunge, or what we call like a single leg RDL. So these are great exercises or demonstrations that are going to help further target your deep glutes, lengthening those glutes, and also activating your hip internal rotators. So if you have a tendency to clench your butt or tuck your tail, or if you have a lot of tension back here or tend to stand with your toes turned out, kind of shortening these glutes here, these exercises are really great for you to, again, help create space in that pelvis, help encourage hip internal rotation. That's a little obvious, but just to kind of demonstrate what that is, so that your hips and your pelvis are a little bit more balanced and symmetrical. So one of my first favorite exercises is a staggered stance lunge with a hip shift. So many people do lunges like this. Very simple. It simply works on that sagittal plane of motion, but I want to add a rotation. So what I'm gonna do is, instead of just lunging straight down, I'm also gonna lunge straight down as I rotate my pelvis to that side of the front leg. And a lot of people, when they do this, they tend to just like rotate their trunk, but I want you to think about your trunk and your pelvis are one unit. So you're gonna move as one. So I'm simply gonna lunge down, shifting my pelvis and my trunk as a unit, maybe like kind of aiming my hand to the outer part of the front knee. So when you do that, you might feel kind of some lengthening going on the glute of the front leg. You might feel some space happening there, some opening, maybe some strengthening too of those side glutes. So I'll demonstrate that on this side. Again, it feels really great. Again, you want to make sure that when you're doing this, that you're not like moving your pelvis. A lot of people tend to, when they don't know how to access this, they tend to shift their pelvis because they're trying to avoid that hip range of motion. So again, really make sure that you are keeping your pelvis in line with that kind of plane. If you are swinging your hips side to side, do this against a wall or next to a wall. So I'll demonstrate that again. So this is one of the first exercises to help kind of create some space in those glutes and lengthen them. All right, so that's one of the first exercises. The second exercise I wanted to add into this very short video is a single leg RDL with a hip internal rotation bias. So a lot of people do RDLs, and they're very simple. Again, they're working on this like forward plane of motion, which is good. But for this time around, we're going to add a hip shift with a hip internal rotation. So again, you're going to think about your trunk and your pelvis as one unit. You are going to move your pelvis, almost like rotating it towards that side of the front leg as you aim your hand to the outer part of the front knee. Okay, now a lot of people find it difficult to do this. A lot of people, when they do this, they kind of like almost like move their pelvis away from that front leg. They're kind of like this. That's an over exaggeration, but they have a lot of difficulty getting that pelvis to internally rotate. So again, this is a really great exercise. Again, my balance is not always the best, but that's totally fine. Just kind of take a break with your foot onto the mat between each rep. So try that on both sides. For me, my right side is a lot more unstable as I'm already feeling it. And again, feel free to bend that front leg as you need to. So that's the second exercise of this series. So this series is all about, again, exercises to create space in your deep glutes, to help you untuck, and to help if you're having, sacroiliac joint pain or a lot of pelvic stiffness, tightness, feeling like this whole area is locked up, these two exercises are definitely for you.